The world of keyboards is a rather interesting one. We have so many options. And the question I get a lot is, where should I start? I'm a beginner, I need a new keyboard. So I thought I'd make another video to show you your options. All right. So in this world of keyboards, there are a number of preferences based on where you find yourself ending up. But for someone who is a stock beginner, for someone who has never played piano or keys before, to be quite honest, what you need is something pretty basic. Now, I'll show you what I learned on, I give you a rough idea of something I learned on close to it. I learned on a keyboard that was 4 octaves. Now, in today's keyboard world, we don't even have a whole lot of 4-octave keyboards. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. And this 5-octave keyboard just costs $199. So this is not a bad keyboard for a beginner to start with. It's not plugged in. I would have played a little bit of it for you, but I have demoed this on the channel before. This is the PSR-E383. You could learn all your scales, all your chords. It's not a weighted keyboard, which means it doesn't have the same weight that a real piano would, but I learned on this and I'm not damaged. I play decent keyboard today, right? So you could learn the basics. It's just $199. There's absolutely no reason why you couldn't get a $199 keyboard, even if you're saving up just $50 a month. In 4 months, there you are. You got your keyboard and you can begin learning all that stuff. The next keyboard I have here, also from Yamaha, is actually bigger than what I learned on. This is a 76 key keyboard. So you got, let's see, how many octaves is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got about 6 octaves. Again, it's not a bad entry-level keyboard because you can learn everything that you need to. Everything I did on a 4-octave. Remember, my keyboard I learned on was 4 octaves, not even 5. This is 6 octaves. So this is not a bad one at all. And it's the Yamaha PSR-EW320. I've demoed this on this channel before. It's got other sound. It's not just piano. You've got organs. Got guitars. And it's got strings. You can really have a blast. I mean, if I had something like this, you know, when I was learning, I would have been so elated, but I didn't. Brass. It's got synth. have a pitch bend, but I mean, you don't need a pitch bend. I started using a pitch bend about 2 years after I started learning. So there's a second option for you. That's a really cheap one as well, $249. Not bad. All right, so there we've got two options. We've got the PSR-E383. We've got the Yamaha PSR-EW320. That's chump change, to be honest, for a lot of people, you know. We have some other options, and I normally don't explore these brands that I don't play or I haven't owned. You know, I've had Yamahas now for over 15 years, but the Williams brand, I do not own one. However, this is also an option, especially if you happen to be in the regions of the world where the Williams brand is sold. It's got pianos. Let's take it off splits. It doesn't sound bad. Let me zoom the camera up so you can see. So that's a Williams brand keyboard. That's $249, and it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 88 keys. This is 88 keys. And this is the Williams Legato 4 88 key, $249 for an 88 key keyboard. Are you kidding? I mean, I would give this away as a gift to someone who I believe in that can learn. Electric piano. Not bad. $249 for an 88 key keyboard. It's not weighted. It has spring-like keys. Now down here we have another entry level, $339. It's a Williams Allegro 4 88 key digital piano. Okay. $249 versus $339. Okay, this is a bit weighted. It's supposed to be weighted, so let's check it out. Definitely better than that one for more pro sound, you know. I mean, for $339, this is a great entry-level keyboard. It's the Williams brand. I don't own a Williams, but for those of you who have been asking, give me a critique or play the keyboard so I can check it out, well, there you have it. This is a Casio. So I actually learned on a Casio, 4-octave Casio. This one right here is $399. It's a CDP-S110. Feels similar to the Allegro. I like the finish on the keys. Honestly, this is more than enough for someone who is just starting at $399. I did not have this. I did not have 8 octaves or 7 octaves. I did not have 88 keys. It's not bad. You can really develop a lot of finger strength and coordination by playing on a weighted keyboard such as this. $399. You know, so you've seen me demo a lot of the fancier ones. You know, let's talk about the fancier ones in the room, like the Nord. I ain't asking you to buy a Nord. You're just starting out. You got to understand a little bit more about caring for the keyboard. There's a $4,499 keyboard. That's the Montage M8X. You don't have to buy that to begin. Here's another one, not too bad. It's a $449 keyboard down here. And this is the Casio CDP-S360. And with all due respect to Casio, I learned on a Casio. I played a number of other Casios growing up, small little ones, and they're not bad. They're not bad. I don't think the pedal's connected, but let's take it for a spin. Okay, oh, a minute. Okay, I'll be done shortly. All right, so that's a Casio CDP-S360. So my friends, I think I've shown you pretty much most of the entry-level stuff. Here we have a CK88. The CK88 is definitely not entry-level, but some people might prefer buying the higher-end ones. That's $14.99 here at Guitar Center. That's the Mod X8 Plus. Down here we have a Yamaha CP88, which is in the regions of $2,599. But watch this. There's one very important thing I want to show you. For those of you who understand keyboard value, that is a Triton right there, and it's a Triton Extreme, and it's going for just $699. And this keyboard is in the thousands when it came out, so you could occasionally look for good deals, because maybe you could get a used Triton, for example. This would last years. My Triton has lasted 25 years, you see. So sometimes you just got to be on the lookout for a good deal and ask questions, ask questions on the channel. That's another one for the pros. It's small, it's just $8.99, but again, you want to start on something simple, something that is not, too risky for you as a beginner. As a beginner, you got to think about the risks of having a keyboard that you barely understand. So before going for something like the Nord or the Yamaha Montage, you might want to try out the easier ones. And every now and again you run into things like this. It's not a bad deal. That's $2.99. Now, the final one I want to show you here, which I own, so I know a lot about it. If you're in it for the long haul and you think you might get a little bit experimental and you may want to venture into the world of creating your own beats, your own styles, this is not a bad investment. It's here at Guitar Center, it's going for $749. You see that? $100 off. So you want to keep your eye on these deals at Guitar Center. Like I got this, it was $749, but I traded a bunch of things in and I got it for under $150 eventually after all my trade-ins. But if you're just starting, you may not need that. You may not need that. So let me show you the final thought. Final thought of the day. If you mean business and you really want to learn and you've got a limited budget, the ones I would recommend, the S110, which is $399, the CDP S360, those are weighted. I would rather you went for something weighted if you have the budget. If you don't have the budget for something weighted and you can't afford these, like we have the Yamaha P225, the Yamaha P143, those aren't bad. But if you got limited budget in the hundreds of dollars, $200s, you could go for the Yamaha PSR-E383 or the Yamaha PSR-EW320. If you can afford the EW320 for $249, go with that. And the more you learn, the more confidence you'll earn. What do I mean by that? You'll get more confident in your playing and you'll be willing to invest more in your keyboard life, in your music life. All right, well, that's all I have for today, my friends. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. Bye for now.